Hello, Homo Sapiens. That will be my last breath of fresh air because things are going to go crazy. Silver lands and she starts planting food as, well, lizards are scarce and we use our arcane magic to hunt down the animals. Animals were nearby and meteor strikes as, well, food was a big issue. I had to plant potatoes as I struggled to thrive. So of course with the eat everything mod I thought I could, well, satisfy my hunger by eating, well, everything. That was not the case. Turns out I don't gain any hunger from actually eating all these stuff, so real food will be my only way of survival. We starve ourselves as Silver is in a daze, and well, we try to build her a room so she can stop complaining. Animals wander in as we get a visitor. The bed is constructed so Silver can stop being in a daze and stop being so sad. We just gather the scraps of the desert as we struggle to thrive. And we build a research table to try to get hydroponics, hence food, as fast as possible. We then get a bulk goods trader. Wonderful. Wait. I can use them for something. I go up to trade to them and they don't want to accept any of my stuff. That is, well, acceptable. So I eat one of their animals, I mine some components, and now, oh, they want to trade with me. Wonderful. I buy some food, and well, I wanted more, so I ate every single one of them. Once their caravan was depleted of Homo Sapiens, I gathered up the dromadaries and I, well, killed them off. And even though I got hostile with them, thank God, cause Silver was expanding. Mine's up Silver as I continue to finish off the freezer. Now, I do have to hurry up because meat takes about 2 to 3 days to spoil, so I'm quickly build a wind turbine as power cords go with them. After that I construct more as I consume some silver. I'm going to try to consume every single vanilla item in the game. Afterwards I get some more components so I can finish off constructing batteries. We research near Illumi skies as psychic soothing and more caravans were here. Now, of course I wanted to do the same thing to these people, but I need some friendlies, so I get some components as I deconstruct some ship chunks. After that we finish batteries, so I construct some power in order to get electricity. Shortly after we get a colonist quest against a raid, so I accept, and he ended up being good in animals and artistic. We will call him Numbrario from Patreon. The raider was here and she was tough. She had a piece of carbon fiber, which was increasingly difficult for me to kill her. I stabbed her numerous times. She wasn't happy with that and started stabbing my tailbone from when Homo Sapiens were monkeys. We tend to Numbrario as we confuse her with our magic. I tried to kill her swiftly with Silver, but she was just stabbing away as, well, we tried to eventually kill her as dawn arose. This took forever, so we stripped him and have her work as a slave while we convert her. After that, we get a daze from Numbrario as he gets, well, major wounds. We will try to recruit as many people as possible as we get a new quest. A guy suffering from paralytic abasia. Oh, wow, it's on animals, so I guess I can just, well, of course Silver will haul it into an animal sleeping spot. It will rest quietly inside of her stomach now. So we try to build a quarry down, and well, while we plant some food, some iguanas wanted some of my live plants unacceptable. It was considerably hot outside, so I rescue Pinky into the freezer as she cools herself down. While we get a refugee quest. We love them as, well, as he was quite useful. I have him take some corpse bile and consume it. Why would you clean up debris when you can just eat it? The refugee stomach is, well, swollen. Then I get a group of beggars who wanted 41 silver. Not bad. The refugee ended up becoming a betrayer. Well, I wonder why, as well, we decide to cool him off. I teleport away and start hammering away. He was aesthetic and was good at medical. I mean, I guess I can imprison him. We work more on the base as Erling is trapped into our base. He will become a delicate slave as we finally get our first harvest of food. Try to close off the area of the quarry so the slaves could work on it. And while we get a berserk from Pinky herself. Since the consume button is where the force work button used to be, I ended up consuming a lot of blueprints. Looks like silver is a mine. We then get forced weather quest for Antonia. She wants it to be foggy here, so we accept as well as a raid was here. Now, don't get me wrong, this was quite good. One of them had a pistol, so we want to kill them. Naomi here will be a delicate slave as I try to... Wait, it's bio-coded. It's bio-coded? Consume. Afterwards, we worked further on the base as Silver, while she wanted more bedrooms. We expand for the new colonists, as the colony was thriving. Mario gets a berserk for some reason, and while we quickly take care of him as Silver had a massive tantrum, she gets appointed the leader, of course, for that. As you can see, we barely got by, so every single scrape of potatoes that was planted, I convert some prisoners as I eventually construct a tailor's bench. Backpacks and tactical vests are important for combat extended as we finish solar panels. We then get a quest for Ian to join us against Manhunters, so we accept. Well, he was quite good, and he is the same person that infected arrow fleets will be a magnificent target. Unfortunately, Silver wasn't that good at protecting herself and gets infected. Afterwards, I changed the priority. If you didn't know, shift clicking on the work type to change every priority in that line. Wonderful. So we get a new caravan as well. Well, I buy some medicine and sell weapons, and that will be the end of that as a mad donkey was here. Of course, for a good plan, instead of killing it up there, I lure them into the caravan, and just like that, we get some mortar shells. We sell it off and it was worth thousands of silver. As I then get a quest to get some raids, except to get some champions, so of course I will kill some donkeys for that to think it over. After that, I destroy some tanks as they were blocking my way. I butchered the muffalo from the accident as I expand upon storage. There was also another quest for a mech cluster for Janissaries, so I accept that for Rimworld medicine. And the other quest. That means 2 shuttles will arrive. Prisoners were working hard as the colony was, well, thriving, as Numbario and Silver getting in love. Wonderful. Well, let's just say a new raid was here. Cataphracts dealt with them as I get a quest for 50 tribals. Well, I'll think it over as we get a berserk for Ian. He is properly wait, what? Ian apparently has a weapon with 150 brute force damage and quickly slices and dices people up. What the hell is he doing? So I expand afterwards as I try to forget that blasphemy. I destroy the debris around as we continue to work. A new raid was here though. Combat extended, numbers don't mean anything if you have quality, so we stripped them as their backup was here. Well, so much for that. They brought in even more troops above. They landed straight in our base. And after the drop pod, Antonia, our new recruit, ended up beating up Ian. Well, it is deserved as he killed some of her friends. Nonetheless, the new raid was here as we deal with it as fast as possible. They fled as fast as they came, and I continued to work as I get a new quest. A simple shuttle. It was only one pirate, and I ended up completing the quest, leading me to get some Glitter World medicine and silver. And after so long, I finally finished hydroponics as I built the wall. I get a quest for Lambert, and well, there were wild men in my quarry. Wild men are bad, so we kill them. The Janissaries worked as slaves, I mean Empire people, as I plan out my new work facility. Afterwards I get some forced weather as Lambert joins. It was the quest and he was quite good, wanderlust and depressed. I then get some lovely wild thrombos. Well, wild and Silver's belly acid. She then got sad. The Empire was trading with us, as well they entered from the wrong side of the map. Very unfortunate as the siege breakers break their back. We construct some power facilities as we continue to research smithing. I wanted gunsmithing, and well, we continue to work on a nutrient dispenser. People were wandering out and above. I had to restrict my colonists, say. She ended up getting hit by the mega turret, but I think we'll be fine. Major reconstruction is initiated as we try to protect ourselves against the everlasting. I then plan out a proper hydroponics area. This is the blueprint for a perfect hydroponics if you need it. Then Antonia gets psychic wandering as she barely escapes death. I summon her back with the arcane skill that Silver has. We continue to construct a way as well. We get some strange signals, who knows? And the Janissaries decided to leave the same way they came, from death. Let's just say Theo wasn't doing so well here as she gets permanent brain injury. Well, no matter that, we continue to work as we convert prisoners. And then we get new lovers, Ian and Antonia. We assign a double bed for them as we continue to work on mines and smoothing the walls of our base. A new caravan was here and apparently I can hire them to initiate an ice age. Wonderful. Well, what is this? That's very bad in an extreme desert. Oh no, Randy. From the caravan I sell off weapons, drugs and try to get some medicine as we continue to work in the sandstorm. As they were leaving as expected, they didn't have such a good time. They were bombarded constantly as well. Afterwards, we tried to mine some more components. We needed a lot for our new project, some proper power. Wind turbines and simple solar panels will be beneficial. And then we get Koch, a new recruit to join us with decent skills. He was from the drop pod raid as we continue and finish off the project on the power. Oh, a gold meteorite. Silver was proposed to as she eats steel chunks for breakfast. What a wondrous girl. New caravan was here and well, let's just say the mechanoids weren't doing it. For lunch, Silver eats the graves of her comrades. Wonderful. Now there was a man hunting needle roll, an animal outside, which caused it to fire mechanoid into our base. We all know what will happen to that little So we work on rebuilding it. For our next major expansion, I construct some flooring. I tried to eat some, but the red error was here. I then continued to trade, as the trading caravan always leads to, well, death. No matter what I do, I always get free loot from them. Maybe accepting that quest was a part of the plan all along. For a bad test, I had Silver try to summon one of these mechanoids. They were pretty tough, as our weapons can't penetrate them. He went straight back without even looking to his side, as well, we get a lot of loot. All the people here were truly in the extreme desert. I then get a transport crash with Sid here. He was quite good with construction, so I let him back in as we get a siege. Wow, wonderful. They get attacked by man-hunting plants. Well, I think they're meat eaters from now on. I think they will do that as they build their siege turrets. I gather the soldiers into battle. The flames melted away at them as we hurtled in a corner. We tried to fend them off quite easily as, well, we open up a door to escape from this. They come from behind, not in that way, and we try to punch them to death. Ian and Antonia was downed, so we rescued them while they were swarming tiny bit after another. Ian got 4 infection wounds as I try not to kill him as Koch had a tantrum against explosives. Well, we just try to consume him. After that I queue up microelectronics, which is soon done. I want to get out the doors as well as we tend to more of Ian's wounds. Of course, he had to have a tantrum after and decided to destroy a sword worth $2,000. Silver tries to hold back the urge to consume him, but we then get a caravan whom will hopefully steer away the thought of that. Ian gets a mono sword as Silver is. With this joy, she decides to eat an anti-grain warhead. Tasty. Well, thank God there isn't pooping in Rimworld. Silver would drop a bomb in the toilet, equivalent to that of a Taco Bell meal. We call our colony the colony of organ eating. And I finally finished microelectronics as, well, bombardments wouldn't stop. That meant free loot for me, as well I get a lot of free silver here. What the hell is that? And finally, Silver and Numbario decide to marry each other as they celebrate. Well, we then get a crash site over here. We want to keep a close eye on that as we try to decide to finally deal with this mech cluster. As we finally try to deal with this mech cluster, Silver can summon entities to her, so we do that as one by one we have a mono sword and our EMP bullets to go against them. They all die, and from behind I will deal with the turrets. I get the reward as Ian will eat the Okay, that was just a dream. That's what I wanted to happen. We close off the power source as we try to turn it into a research facility. And now Solai, Light and Koch wanted to sleep together, so that's fine. We research outer doors as we continue to mine steel up east. Alex was in a transport pod, so I rescue him to hopefully recruit. We work hastily on the base as everyone is easily happy with our current situations. We eat some dirt as we try to clean up the area. We haven't left the base so far, so I thought it would be nice to go out and explore. After killing all those insects, I get the Wraith Blade, which deals more damage than everything in the world. Back in base, all the floors have almost been constructed as I work on double layering our walls. They arrive back as I get the quest for the Arco Nexus. A ship chunk was near here as well from Vanilla Expanded Insectoids. Back at home, we work on expanding during the night, and during the day we... Silver's daily meal is uranium, as radioactive materials will subside. Ian worked on granite chunks, as we get a new caravan. Amazingly though, I decide to eat the most precious animal in the world. Gassy. They thought they could get 5,000 silvers. I didn't mean the material. They meant silver as a person. I'm not a cloner, so I will consume them all. Now, from one of my previous playthroughs, I really learned that you should definitely have a facility on your own for explosives. It's quickly constructed as we are safe now. We get an exotic goods trader as we trade away for some rats and other statues and, well, items. A new meteorite of wonderful components were mined away as we deal with some more animals. After that, multi-analyzer is finally finished. Our hydroponics area was also good, but a massive insectoid crash was here. I tried to get Silver to explode them, but that did not turn out so well. Silver gets downed. Will she survive the next time? Well, in the next part. Well, thanks to my members and Patreons, and in the next episode, check out my mods in the description. And if you're bored, then watch these videos next.